turn on my microphone. That would help. Otherwise, you can't hear me. It's one of those days. I've been running around doing shit. I actually have added magnets to the faceplate. And then I added magnets to the helmet, headgear, whatever it is. I haven't tried it yet because I literally finished gluing in the last magnet less than an hour ago. So I was like, let it dry for a bit. I tried it when I put in half the magnets and it, you know, it's kind of plunked into place like this one. So we will try that in a bit. First, some tea, because it's been a little bit crazy. So, as the title says, we're switching from all the foam smithing I've been doing to sewing. So, I am going to start on her blouse, jacket, top, whatever is underneath that armor. I kind of decided that I wanted to have two pieces, so I wanted a skirt and I wanted to have a top, simply because with all the Edwardian, Victorian imagery that she has, like the Victorian ruff, the detailing, the silhouette, even the cape, it's all kind of Victorian. He even used the Victorian armour, basing his armour plate on that. So I wanted to keep a little bit with that period. And they wore mostly skirts and tops. Mostly button-up tops. So I decided to do top and a skirt. And if something, you know, if in the future my weight fluctuates or I'm like, I want to make something again, then I can decide whether I'm, you know, I need to maybe redo the top, maybe I want to redo the skirt. In any way, it wouldn't have me having to redo a full dress. So that's my reasoning behind the fact that I wanted to have it separate. Besides the fact, it's also kind of easier to do that shit. So, but yeah, so that's kind of why I wanted to do that. So we're starting on the top, then we'll go to the skirt, and then we'll go to the cape. Because I need to still dye the fabric for the cape, because it's still too light. But the two fabrics that I bought to replace the previous fabrics that were just wrong are perfect, so that's what we're going to do. Because once that's all together, then I have a feeling that what I'm going to do is do the top, do the skirt, because the skirt's quite easy. It's just a one-third circle skirt. I'm going to put in an invisible zipper on one side. I'm going to put a pocket in there because I want to put the remote for the LEDs and for the smoke in the pocket, because one arm you can't see, so I can easily put my hand in my pocket and press the buttons. I think once I've done the top, the skirt, I want to go to the ruffle, and then I want to go back to the armour. I want to go to the chest armour and then do the cape as last. Cape in principle is not difficult sewing wise. What's going to be intense is all the frogging and all the detailing on it. Same for the skirt. I'm going to do the skirt but then not do any of the detailing because it's going to go the same with the cape. Kind of why I'm leaving the helmet for to do the detailing on the helmet. They leave that for later. It's functional. I filled most of the gaps, so it just needs more refining, needs more sanding. But I had when was it? Monday, Tuesday. I've done so much sanding that my shoulder was just that's just sore. Because not only do I sand the headgear, I also have been sanding, of course, my chainsaw, which is pretty much. I'll show you. So, as you can see, I've put the first layer of primer on. It's a bit shiny, but that's what it is. So you can see now that It's all black. All the markings are gone. The handle is now marked. Then here is the little skull with the little trailings behind it, whatever it's called. So again, that's all now got one layer of primer paint, cos paint. I'm using cosplay shop cos paint. And the other side I'm still working on, because you can see the other side I've been filling. This is what I've been doing. It felt like perpetual hell. In between all those areas, it needed to be smoothed out. So I've been filling, sanding, because the filling shrinks slightly, just like foam clay does. But in principle, that's pretty much looking very good. Just with the layer of prime. So the handle's going to be all silver. The grip's going to be like a dark red. And of course it's going to be red here. And this is going to be silver. So... Oh, and I think that's also silver. I haven't looked yet. I've been literally just putting the base layer on. I just need to finish sanding this, and then I can put the layer on this layer also. Probably want to put one more layer. I might just go from there to do the colours. So, got my own concoction of a dark red, which is 100 milliliters of red and 1 milliliter of black. Sounds weird, but it just needed to be a bit darker. And then the amazing colour of the glare. The glare is terrible, but it's like a really dark silver, which is just perfect for the chainsaw. But yeah, so that's the chainsaw slowly being done. Hopefully this Saturday when we're streaming the Sisters of Battle, we start on the gloves. I will have more of this done. But yeah. Cool. So, do I want to try this? Because I'm so worried that it's not going to work. I haven't tested this yet. Okay, so the only thing I've noticed now, it doesn't matter to. Oh no, that worked. Because they're gonna hard. The edges are not perfect, but that's gonna be I'll be using. I'm going to add like a small layer so that it just fades. I also put the second eye hole in, so now I can see through. I thought of using the same fabric I used for speakers to go behind there, but I need to probably put in just the black stocking type. This is too thick, I can't see through it. It's already going to limit my vision so much. So, shall we try this? Just making sure I don't hit my camera. So, 2 magnets. Oh, I need to find a way of holding this as well. Ta-da! Now, I can see as well. I don't know if you can hear me, but I think I see my microphone, so you can hear me. Also, it's pretty balanced now. I mean, there's going to be a big ruff underneath, so it might not. So now to see if I can remove this. It works. It fucking works. So what I've done is, you can see here, you can see that, oh, working in mirror, that's always hard. So there's magnets here, 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 and there. And because this is 10mm foam and the magnets were 6mm, I had to figure out how I'm going to add the magnets to this 5mm foam face. So I literally made blocks, little blocks, 10mm foam, and then put the magnets in and then angled them so that they work. That is just fucking awesome. I mean, it may look weird still, but it's gonna have all the filigree that's gonna go on. I might have to have some way of, yeah, I might just have to grab the eye holes every time to take it off. The eye holes are gonna be hidden anyway. They're going to be hidden behind, there's going to be filigree, so they're not going to look as obvious as they are now. But it works. I still have to make a little cover so it hides my hair. But it snaps into place very easily. Oh, I'm so happy with this. It's still just massive. So where am I going to put you for now? I don't have to put you here. So I've got this fabric. It's a see-through thin fabric. It's got stretch. I think of making the balaclava, like ski mask type thing. I don't want it to be like to here. I want it to just go all the way down like this to here. So it just covers this area. And then hopefully that will maybe do something so that kinda keeps the helmet stuck on there. But yeah, so this is the fabric I'll be using for that. So freaking yay. Right. See here. It's the setup of the sewing machine. And for some reason it just doesn't look light. Right. Why is this one? Are you maybe going a bit more that way? No, that makes... Huh. I have an idea. Is that a little better? Maybe. Ah. Yeah, a little bit. Right, so I have this pattern that I was also going to use for my Sid Mrs. Brahms cosplay. So this is Butterick 6400. Yes, it's mirrored because that's what the fucking cameras do at the moment, because that's the only way I can get it set up. So I am going to make number A, but I don't think I'm going to do all the flanges. It might still work because the hip armor sits there, and the front, where it's 2 points, the chest armor goes into 1 point. So if we grab, if I can get it, Rink. So her chest armor here is points to the middle. So I want to make that as well. Unless that still works. Because I have a feeling otherwise it's going to potentially peek under from that. That's why I'm thinking of like making it. If I make it a. So this is a jacket type idea, and if I make it. What did you want? Did you try and? Yeah. Typical. Go away, spammers. Boost to scan. I guess it's a new thing that I need to ban then. But yeah, so I think. If I have, can I have a pencil? So it's very fitted. Goes over the hips. And from what I remember, it sits around here. So I might need to take a different colour. Take green. Yeah, you can see green. Not really, because it's too far away. Alright. So instead, I want to make it like this. And I do think having like a Mandarin collar like that could work. Because we're kind of thinking about the Elizabethan collar that's going around. So, but we'll have to test that out. I might have to make it and then not connect the collar. And check that out when I do the... Or maybe do that first. I'll have to think. And it's just... It's a long sleeved, and she's got kind of some... Around her upper arm, there's some banding there. From what I remember. And it's got lots of detailing on there as well. And then maybe for the back, so it goes over like this, doesn't it? It feels like it's going all the way down here, and I don't want to do that, so maybe. So C's got like the little 2 points at the bottom. So that it's like Yeah. Like that. I'm terrible at drawing. That's why I use these mannequins, because that's the only way I can draw. No, because it's not. This is not Victorian, are you? Doesn't say. Just says historic. Yeah. How am I gonna make the back? Because it kind of fitted. I wonder how B looks underneath that fucking. But. Oh, it's got the same as A. Okay. It looks like a riding jacket, and I don't want it to look like a riding jacket. Let's have a look. I should have done this before, but I just didn't get the time. Oh, let's check the hussar jacket, because that's kind of what it always feels like it's been modelled on. Oh, this is actually... Oh, okay. So they're straight. They're all straight at the back. Oh, that one had a little bit of a point. Oh, that can be alright. Yeah, they all look straight on the back. Some are even a bit shorter in the back and in the front. That's interesting. Oh, you look a bit like mine. I could do point. Yeah. Like a little point at the back. Yeah. They make all kinds of jackets, including adamant jackets. Oh, that's hilarious. Right, I think we just keep it simple. So far, the back that I've seen of the official military jackets, men's, either have a little point or they're straight. Problem is, usually when you search for these kind of things, you get a lot of gothic fashion, not like actual stuff. I mean, I love steampunk, but trying to stay a little bit more in the Edwardian braided, Sioux historically. Oh, interesting. Can I see the back? Yes, thank you. Okay. Okay. I think we're gonna just simplify it. I know I should find a way. JR, good evening. I think we're just going to do the same at the back. Making decisions. Okay. Okay, so we have an idea of what I want to do. Now I have to make sure that I've got all the pattern pieces. Oof. How you doing, JR? I was checking out all the different military jackets and deciding on the back how I'm going to do them. Oh, you've not. We were not at the beginning. Let me know if you're here and watching and not away from the keyboard. That's the French version. I don't need that. That's part of it. Thing is, these are like the official. If you're drawing anything for like sewing, so if you want to put something like this, because of if you're sewing, if there's anything on like the sides, you know, like that's why you put them. The hand. There's different ones, but yeah, this is one of the ones. She's got her hand on her head. Excellent. Yes, I've got these are the English versions. Watch this. I have to change. Hang on. Can I be clear? Yes, thank you. All the magnets added to the mask, as we discussed, And ooh, yeah, that's not nice. I've been busy. Watch. I made the other eye socket as well. So if it does it, I'm not worried about any of the edges because they're going to be filigree all over it. Ta-da! I have to use the eye holes as like my finger points, but yeah. I'm so happy when that. I hadn't tested it at the beginning of the stream because I literally finished gluing in the last magnets like an hour before the stream, and I was like, I need to wait for these to dry properly so I'm not pulling the magnets out again. But yeah. And I've done a lot of sanding and filling and sanding and filling. You can see here that that side there's a gap a little bit, and that's where it's not fully attached. But again, it's fully attached. Unless I'm headbanging. Which with my vision, I can't do anything. Well, if I ever want to do a Rita Barbosa cosplay, I know how to do it. Ooh, fuck. I hit the shelf again. Thank you for subscribing, Rita Barbosa. They'll be like wondering, what the fuck did they just do? But yeah, I am so happy about this. Yeah, I need to maybe like aim. Well, yeah. So there's a magnet here. There's 2 magnets here, 2 magnets here, 2 magnets here. Oh yeah. Same with like this, it's like oh. But yeah, I've been filling in some of the areas here as well. So now it just needs sanding. But yeah, it's just gonna have to be living on my table because I can't put it back on my shelf where it lived. Because it knocks all the other wigs off. But yeah, so that's what I've been doing today, and that's why I was slightly late as well. But double shoot, that's a lot. So it's so big though. Yeah, so I've got some fabric here that I'm gonna make a ski mask for, so that I can hide my hair. But yeah, I was so happy. I was so happy when that worked. So, right. Oh, damn it! I left my pattern paper in the other room. I'll pick it up in a minute. So, I took my measurements. And where's the envelope again? And with my new measurements, I will be size 20. Before anybody says anything, these 7 patterns are not real life sizes. You're always 1 or 2 sizes more than you normally are, and I'm normally a 16, 14 to 16. And I was going to do. If I do C, I have less to do cuts. Okay, let's do C. So for C, okay. So for those of you who've never read a pattern before, I know the camera angle is not great. I will have to do something in the future one day. So when you look at a pattern, you see here the different options, the patterns, how they look, and the numbers that they have. And then underneath it, you've got the numbers and which one you need for which piece. So I want to do C, I said, because the back is each is sometimes a little bit easier. So if you C, so oh, it looks like I've used that before because I've marked it. Have you got a different front? Oh, it's just the markings that different. I'm pretty sure. 14 and 15. Yeah, they're the same. Okay, so I need 14, 15, 16, back hem facing. Oh, but I don't need that because I'm not going to do that, so don't worry about that. And I will need the sleeves as well. Oh, I need 4. That's for all of them. Upper sleeve and under sleeve, so 6 and 7, although that's a sleeve. Let's put that to the side. It's been really nice weather here as well. Just haven't been outside. I've literally been in here trying to clean up this, finish the headgear and cleaning this desk so I could actually sew on it. Is there a guide for the... Oh, or maybe they're on the 14. Okay. Don't need the facing just yet. Doesn't say anything about interline. Boning. Says interfacing. Does have underlining. Okay. Oh, but that's okay. Yeah, okay. Right. Holzine, hello. I don't have a Discord just yet. I'm still working on that. So once I sit down and actually write the rules for my Discord so I can include them in when people sign up, I I'm almost live. I needed to make some graphics and set up all the onboarding and the links. But everything was almost working until I realized that you can't agree to rules if there's no rules. So I still have to write those. Shouldn't be too difficult. Okay. Right. Ah! Which one? That one or one of those? Yeah, that's, and I wanted to add. Yeah, this is actually a crow. Here in Poland, you have hooded crows. They're black and grey. So we don't have that bird in the Netherlands, and I haven't seen it in the UK either. And when I first came to Poland, and I spent a lot of time on my own because I had my own business, and my ex, but then boyfriend, now ex, it was working during the day, so I was kind of like alone at home in a country that I didn't speak the language in, and they were the birds that were like so I fed them once in a while. They, crumbs when you're eating in your throat, because we were on the balcony on the first floor, so it was nearby, so I used to throw crumbs at them. And they used to come and visit. And it's like kind of coming, sitting underneath going, hey, where's our food? So it was kind of like a companionship that I had from them. So this little snake, I saw that design at a tattoo convention with a, that's why there's like, there's lighter bits, because they have lighter chests and lighter areas. And I decided I wanted to have that one, that little snake at that tattoo convention. And normally I don't get tattoos at tattoo conventions because they're not the cleanest places to be. But I thought something small like that, I'll do that. And I wanted something visible. And that artist is great. She lived in Manchester, but was Polish, from Warsaw originally. And I lived in Manchester, and I was now in Warsaw, so we kind of swapped. So when she said, hey, I'm coming to Warsaw and I've got 3 days that I can hire a studio if anybody wants any tattoos in Warsaw, and I'm like, yes! Can I have a hooded crow? And I showed her the picture of the crow, and she drew that for me. It's very dark still, but all the light areas is where the crows are usually grey. So if you search a hooded crow, you'll find the black and grey bird. I love it. But all my tattoos are mostly colourful. Like I've got camera. Can I be in focus? Hello? You really weren't working this. Thank you. So I have a dragon here. That was my very first tattoo. I had it redone in 2009. Yeah, normal crows are black. But yeah, these are black and grey. So, but all my other tattoos, I have a fish as well on my leg, and my other leg I started the full leg piece until COVID happened, and haven't done much more since. Because the tattoo artist decided to have a child and isn't really tattooing anymore. So most of my tattoos are colourful. I've decided that this arm is going to be black and grey. So I might still do something on the inside here. I don't know yet. I used to have a black cat and a black and white cat. So maybe do something with that. I don't know yet. But yeah. Yeah, we worked out, and I said how long she had to measure my arm, because of course she was working on it while she was in Manchester, and then send me the picture, and I was like, she says, do you want the mouth here near the snake? I said no, further up. It's just with any cosplay I do, like if I don't have gloves, I have to hide them. But yeah. But they're really cute. I know some people might not think that, but yeah. So, right. I need this one. I need that one. Now I have to find, what did I say? 14, 15, 16 and 4. Oh, I need paper, because I don't cut these patterns. If you've seen my previous streams, I used to use like just a thin see-through one, but I decided to buy the proper sewing paper. It costs a bit more, but at least I have the marking, so it's easier to adjust things. I really wanted to draw my own patterns, but it's not going to happen. Right, move the sewing machine. The nice thing is, tomorrow is a bank holiday here in Poland, so I don't have to go to work. What number are you? You're number 3 and number 12. Okay, not needing these. And now it's the curse of trying to fold them back up, so... Right. Oh, there's 16. We need that one. Oh, yeah. Hang on a second. Give me... Here we go. Oh, let's see if I see that. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's 2. Oh, I like the use of silver. Is that just done? Because I can see some... Yeah, that's really nice. Love how it's in. Looks like it's in flight. That's nice. Yeah, yeah, I noticed that. Did I say 15 as well? Yes. Yeah, no, normally all my tattoos are colourful, but I always say, in general, yeah. In general, I am an extremely colourful person. I have a very colourful apartment. I love colour tattoos. That's how I started. I mean, my first tattoo was in 1995. If that makes everybody feel young. But I also grew up in the 80s where new romantic goth was really, really high up. So I always say I'm like a punk with a tiny bit of gothic edge. So kind of like my forearm is like the percentage of. I mean, I'm also a metalhead, so you know most of my clothing are either colorful or black, no white. Right, so let's draw. I need a pencil. The nice thing as well is, here in Poland, tattoo artists aren't that expensive. And that's because the hourly loan is lower here, but also rent and stuff like that is lower. So, a full day tattoo costs around... what's the exchange these days? About 400 euros, $460 US dollars, and 340 British pounds. That's for a full day. Yeah. This one was almost... So this one was almost... yeah, it was a full day. It was almost 8 hours. Because it's very intricate. Like, you know. She's a dot work artist, so... Right. Which line do I need? I need something heavier. There you go there. And this is the line. So, yeah. Also, I had to take breaks because as much as I am pretty good with pain, it's still... I need a break for food. And she had an aversion to chewing, so she couldn't tattoo while I was eating, so... So I'm just copying the pattern because I don't want to cut in the original pattern, so that I can always, you know, if I need a different size, if I want to make something for someone else, I can just copy it. Is that 2? Yes, it's 2. Yeah, so she's a black and grey artist in principle, so she doesn't do any color. I can't see. hate it when there's just so many. That one. I think it's something like that. Oh, the Sisters of Battle tattoo. That's cool. I think all of my tattoos are originals, as in either not designed by me, because I have no graphical skills whatsoever, but more in the like describing what I need. Ah, okay, cool. Like describing what I want, and they then do their own thing. That's kind of how most of my tattoos happen. Like my dragon, I don't know. Oh. It's proper 90s, because, you know, the original. I can't figure out which way to go with this. It's very much a 90s dragon. But I have a belt buckle that's like that, and I gave that to the tattoo artist. My mum bought me that, but belt buckle. And he drew that from that. Yeah. I find that tattoo artists that draw in their preferred style, they just make it better. Alright, I moved the freaking pattern paper. Just need to readjust. Yeah, exactly. I was surprised though, because I literally gave her the size of my arm and she drew from that. And then she showed it to me and said, "What do you think?" And I said, "Awesome." And she kind of had the image of my arm and the measurement, and she pulled it on, and it's like here, like there. And then when we put the stencil on, it was actually perfect. She didn't need any adjustments, anything. And I was like, well, I don't think that happens all the time. Okay, right, back on the lines. And then it's 40, 52, number 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Although I have a feeling that we're not going to use this, but it's alright. We'll put all the markings on. Right. This always takes me a little to concentrate on drawing. There. All right. Up. 1, 2, 3. Okay. That's a fold line, but we're not going to fold anything, but we'll put it in. Right. Same X that I was talking about. He has one arm that's all logos from games he plays and stuff. So he works in the gaming industry. He works for CD Projekt Red. And that's the waistline. And that's the long thing and short thing. So yeah. Grain line. Yeah, I figured that was the grain line. Should really get my ruler out, shouldn't I? Any markings I've missed? Yes, I did. There's a marking here. And I got that one. Oh, there's a marking here. And this is the center back. And I can't see a thing what I'm writing on there. He worked for TT and he was working now for CD Projekt Red. He has when I met him he was a plumber. And he went to uni to get a games design degree. While I supported him. I don't think I need interfacing in my woolen, but it might be underlining. So, and this is 15. Okay, first pattern. Can we call that ASMR? It is because of the way it is. It's not on purpose. Well, it's on purpose because otherwise it doesn't work out. it will not view, like it will be like this side is going to be there, which really works great for me. So I wonder I'll have a better camera instead of like a fucking Logitech. But until that time, I have to work what I have. Right, and I'm just gonna try and write some of this clearer. That's center back, waistline. Okay, the rest we don't need so much. The rest I can read. Right, number 15. What else do I need? Number 14. Is number 14 on here as well? No, that's a sleeve. That's 11. 16. Do I need 16? Don't I? Yes, 15, 16, 14. So I need that one as well. Oops. Go there. Not going to start on the sleeves just yet. And that's 2. So 15 and 16 are on here. Like, trying to iron. Maybe if I can actually see a little bit more of the pattern. Should tick them off, shouldn't I? I have 15 and here is 16. So I need 4 and 14 still. Okay. 16. Oh yeah, no, it's on purpose. Yeah, because otherwise it doesn't work out in direction. I mean, I could, but then I sit and then I have to move myself to the other side. Then I'm just gotten so used to it. Right, so this is the line I need to draw. No, that's the wrong one. No, that's the wrong one. God damn it! Yes. No. I need my eraser. Right. And then this is a hole. And then this is the line here. So this way. Yes, okay. So it's so hard with these patterns. Right. 2. Now it's Which line? That one. Is that right? Yes. Just making sure I've got the right correct line again. That's that one, that's that one. Yes. It's so hard sometimes to figure out what's what. Is that two lines, two hobbles? Yes, two hobbles. And then da. Would like to get to the point that at least I have made at least a mock-up today. I don't play any tabletop games anymore. I used to play Warhammer, because I got introduced to it, so I played with a army of Sisters of Battle. Although, in general, I prefer just to paint them and not really play. But I did play Warhammer for a bit, 40k of course, and when I moved to Poland, I sold my army because I had to reduce so much of the stuff that I had. I still brought way too much shit. The shit that I threw away here going, why the fuck did I bring that? So I haven't since played anymore. I mean, there's one Games Workshop here in Warsaw, but I don't speak Polish. So for me to then force people to speak English again, not everybody speaks English. So I'm kind of like, I was preferring to play the miniatures anyway, to paint the miniatures anyway. I just haven't got back into that. For Trench Crusade, I just love the lore. I love reading about all the updates and all the different orders. But I doubt I will play it because again I've got the same problem. I live in a country where I do not speak the language comfortably, unless other people are comfortable speaking English while playing. It's just not gonna happen. I don't want to force people to speak English. Not everybody's comfortable and they just want to enjoy their time and not bother, trying to comprehend somebody. So I mostly play video games. I've been playing video games for a very, very long time. Here we go. I'm pretty old. I don't look it, don't act it, don't feel it, but I always say that's because I don't have children. I'm Gen X. Maybe that will give you a clue. Yep, I shocked some people in my time. Especially metal bands. They're like, you're not much older than me. And I said, what are you? Mid-20s? And he says, yes, well, I'm double your age. And they're like, what the fuck? I'm older than that. I was in my teens in the 80s. Any other markings I need to add? I don't think so. Okay, so. Oh no, I know. Yeah, I get that. I get late 20s, early 30s on average. Yeah. To be honest, most of my friends groups is in that age. I have a few friends who are older, but in general, most of my friends are well, now in their 30s. People are like, how do you do it? And I'm like, I don't have children. I think that's one of the main things. Also, I'm hyper, rarely drank, never did drugs even though I'm Dutch. Used to be active. Now I just injure myself. So to give the yeah, I mean, I always say to people, like, I joined the army in 96. So it'll give you a clue. I joined the army when I was older. I wasn't 18 when I joined the army, but yeah. I'm from the early 70s. But, my darling mom always said, because she never looked her age either. And she always said, there's people that always say you're young at heart. And she always said that that's not right. She says, you're young here. How you think, how you act, how you interact with people. She says that's where your youth is. She says it's not in your heart. She says it's in how you think and how you act. My favourites, well, there's a couple of sayings. The reason why my stream is called Hebe's Asylum is because I always say normal is overrated. Because it is. I've always been of the opinion that you should be able to be who you want to be. So, this the problem of trying to fold this up again. So, but she always said the reason nobody thought that she was so yeah, normal was overrated. Kind of the reason why we're called Hebe's Asylum. Hebe has been my online name since 1995. But yeah, Hebe's Asylum because normal's overrated, and Asylum is also a safe space, which I want to be because But sorry, I'm still trying to fold this. I might have to throw it away and trying to fold this another time. One of the sayings I saw is growing old is inevitable. The growing up is optional. absolutely. So but yeah, that's always been me. My mum's always been a very open-minded person as well. So I think this is as best as I can do. Kinda correct. It's close enough. Right, and so we got 15, 16, and now we still have to find 4 and 14. Yeah, if anybody, like, I don't have a maternal instinct, but I'll happily be your crazy aunt. It's the one thing I have always said. I can be your crazy aunt. That's the one thing I'm very good at. Oh, there's number 4. Ah! Oh god, no. Yeah. I always found the pressure of having to conform. I have. Oh, come on. Having to conform to being a girl, having to conform to being what is expected of you from being a girl. And I've always hated that. I played full contact sports. Rugby, roller derby. Damn it. Why do these two not fit? Oh, there's a collar here. I'm ex-army, as I said. I joined the army in '96. Spent most of '97 in the now Bosnia-Herzegovina. So I'll get the collar done as well, so we can have a look at the collar. Ah, yeah, I love roller derby. My body didn't, but I did. I still love my roller skates. I've been thinking lately I need to get more exercise, and I hate walking or running. So I thought, why not just get my fucking skates out and just... There's so many new roads around here where I live, because it's quite a new estate. So just to go and fucking do some roller skating. And this is 20. Are there any other markings I need to put on? Out there. Okay. That's the fold. And this is 5 collar. And we will figure that out. So I'll put you there. They kicked you out? What the fuck did you do to get kicked out? Yeah? Hip check left, hip check right. I will teach him to shut the fuck up. It's one of these. One of my neighbours has one of those big trampolines. So fucking annoying. Besides the screaming kids, when they're not screaming, all you can hear is yeah, that I have a bad knee. Managed still to get through. But of course I ended up in logistics. I did jump out of an airplane 3 times. Then on my... Because, you know, if you was trained to be paratrooper, you know this. And there's an ad. If you have an ad, let me know. Yes. I thought so. Oh, fuck. Oh, JR. I still can't believe you gave me. I gave a gift sub to Rita Repulsa. I didn't even know there was somebody with that name. Ah, yes. So, after basic training, we had the option to go to, in the summer, to go and try and earn our wings, which is, I think, the first level. It's nothing to do with the army. It won't do anything other than get a little patch. But you had to do 5 static jumps successfully. So, I never flew. So, this is 1996. I've never flown in a plane. All my holidays was driving in a car to places, especially Italy where my granddad lived. So that was my first experience going into a Cessna, getting up and jumping out. And static jumping, as if you've been training, you probably know that yes, exactly. At 10,000 foot, about 3k kilometers. So you have to put your foot on the pedal on the outside, your left foot. Your right foot is just in the air. You hold on to a grip under the wing and a grip at the door, and then you just have to let go. It's fucking scary as fuck. But yeah, I never flew. But as you know, when you land, you need wind. This was not. This was mattress. A dream jumping. It wasn't the round ones, the old-fashioned ones. So it was mattress jumping, mattress parachute. But you need wind to slow down. So because you go down gravity, and you land in against the wind, so the wind helps you brake. So my first 2 jumps, the first time I jumped out, I screamed. I was like, ah! And just jumped out. And when I was jumping out, I did everything else fine. You know, parachute jumps out, do all your checks, make sure your mattress is out, the wires are not crossed, etc., etc. And then the landing, you go to the T to turn around, you go against the wind, you go down onto the X. all went fine. First jump, fine. Second jump, I got into the plane. The pilot went, he's going to scream again. And so I didn't scream the second time. Did it again, fine, landed, no problem. Third time I go up, jump out, again, no problem. Then when I get to the point where I'm going towards the T to turn around, to go towards, against the wind, to go to the cross. Now, I have a bad knee, so I was conscious of that when I was landing. The way I was landing was very much like really deep into my knees to take as much, you know, not keeping my legs straight, but really like going through down, and mostly on my left leg. The moment I literally get towards the T, like a couple of seconds toward the T, and I turn out, and the flag just went, there's no wind. So I turned around and I just crash landed, and because I didn't want to land on my knee, so I kind of landed forward on my arm. And because I went forward, and they say I hit my head, I don't think I did. And I have this little, I don't know if the camera picks it up. Can you see the scar on my wrist? Between the snake and the... So I had a ligament damage. Because I landed on my arms. But they wouldn't let me go back up. You don't have a gun when you're doing just... This was civil in principle. It was... organized by the army, but it wasn't in the army. It was considered civil, so you did it civilly. But if you did this, you got the certificate. Then you could get a little patch, a para patch, the wings they call it. Wouldn't be able to go into the paratroopers at all, but yeah. So it was considered civil. But yeah, so because they say I landed on my head or hit my head and thought I had a concussion, I wasn't allowed to go back up and do the last two jumps. So I never got my fucking wings. I was so pissed off. They wouldn't let me get back up. Now knowing that the day later I had a massive swelling bump on my wrist, that was like, maybe it was smart. But we never know if I managed to finally finish those two landings and got my certificate. But yeah, they wouldn't let me back up because of my crash landing. But literally, I just came in, looking at the wind, making sure I was right, you know, doing all the checks and the things, and then literally I just, yeah, I know. I was like, and this is why I've always been of the opinion that you need to fucking do what you want to do. I also have, in the army, I got my car and truck license. And outside of the army, I got my motorcycle license. So... But yeah, that was... Oh, so pissed off. And then the first time I went into an airplane that went up and landed, so that took off and landed, but I didn't jump out, was when I was on my way to the former Yugoslavia, and I was in a Hercules C-130 plane without seats, so you sit in sideways in these nets. So my first experience of flying was a bit different. I might. But yeah, the things I've done. This is number 4. And this is the green line. Yeah, so I've had knee problems since I was born in principle. What I found out later, even the army didn't figure that out. I my right femur, so the upper leg bone, is longer than my left. So as a result, my knee is pushing in and my hip is pushing out. But I've played sports all my fucking life, so I was, pretty fit, and they couldn't say much about the fact that, yeah, really, you shouldn't, but you pass all the tests, so we can't deny you. Okay, number 4, done. But yeah. Sometimes it's funny when some of my colleagues go like, "Oh, you've done so much shit in your life." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm twice your age, of course." Right. So do I need anything else on this one? No, I don't think so. Can I try and fold you up again? I'm not sure if it's gonna... That might be the way, and then this way. I actually finished my first degree before I joined the army. It was kind of like, I don't want to work. Let's do something different. In my normal life at the moment, I work for a bank. I work for a digital bank. A Belgian digital bank. I mostly deal with legal things. So, people who are deceased, people who are under administration, so people who are the court deemed not mentally or physically able to take care of their own finances, so they can't have, they have someone that does that for them. Seizures, so if somebody owes people money. What else have I do? I mostly work with bankruptcies. It's kind of been my baby, because I kind of took that over from somebody else because it was a mess. So I do the administration for that. I work with a lot of spreadsheets. After I left the army, I actually worked in IT for a very long time, because when I was in the army, I worked in logistics, and we had a laptop, and I, on the regular, fixed these for people, because I've been building computers since before the Intel Pentiums existed. So I've been fixing computers and doing stuff with computers since I was like 16, something like that. So while I was in the army, I didn't get paid to go to uni, but they did. They gave me a couple of business things. I actually did an exam while I was in Bosnia, which was kind of weird. But I didn't have an IT degree, but I had, back in the day, going back to 1998 when I left the army, there were no IT degrees. There were no university degrees that had IT or anything to do with IT or games or anything. So if you knew computers, then you kind of got a job. And that's kind of what I did. I was IT support for a very long time. And then 2008 happened, and I lived in the UK at the time. And because I was newly hired by a company, so I was there less than a year. So the last one in, first one out, because I'm just the cheapest to get rid of, even though I was the most productive. So I couldn't get a job anymore in IT, because by that time people had started having IT degrees and colleges with IT degrees. So I went back to doing customer service. Because I speak Dutch. If you haven't figured out my language, I'm Dutch, and the Dutch language is not easy, and there's not many people that speak it. So I started working in IT, customer services. So I've worked for companies like Adidas, Emirates Airlines. Yeah, I'm one of those typical Dutch people that doesn't live in the Netherlands. I left the Netherlands in 2000 and lived in UK for 17 years, and then they decided to vote for Brexit, and I said, all right, fuck you then. And I ended up in Poland because my ex got a job with CD Projekt Red, and I quite like Poland. Do I earn less here? No, maybe, but if I go to the Netherlands, then speaking Dutch is not that special, so I wouldn't earn that much money either, and it's so much more expensive. I had a look around, so I kind of stuck here in Poland. And besides the fact I've been trying to learn this language for 3 years, at work I speak English or Dutch, so I don't learn the language here that much. But I have lessons every Wednesday for 1 hour, and I do my best, and I can manage a little bit. I don't think I'll be able to afford to live anywhere else but Poland. If I could get paid in like Dutch, Belgium, Europe, or even German euros here in Poland, that'd be lovely. But no. I work for a Belgian bank, but it's a Polish company. Right, last one that I need. I'm chatting too much. Not a problem, but right, let's see. Cat, what the fuck are you doing? Cat's got the zoomies. So I need this line, that line. Okay, right. Yeah, she's very shy. I think I managed to grab her once on stream. She hates being picked up. I have a kitty cat and I have a gecko, aggressive gecko. Yeah, so she was my mom's cat. My mom lived in Belgium, and if you can hear I say lived, is because she passed away in 2023. And I decided to get her a European passport because my mom got her from a shelter, and she's extremely skittish. She wouldn't come to anybody. Would prefer to like have her distance, and if you have a treat, put it on the floor because she wouldn't grab it out of your hands. So I got her European passport. I put her in my name, and we drove 14 hours, the 1,200 and something kilometers from Belgium all the way to Poland. So she was a really good passenger. But that's how I got a cat. I was planning on having reptiles because they're far easier to take care of, but life had a different option. I love her. She's a sweetheart. She's gotten a lot better. She will come to me now, and okay, so yeah, I mean, I grew up with dogs, but we had like rabbits, guinea pigs, bed budgies, canaries, My biological dad was a police dog handler. So I grew up with police dogs, Dutch Shepherds, German Shepherds, and he had a really cool Doberman Rottweiler mix. It was an absolute sweetheart. Even though he looked vicious. Oh yeah, absolutely. He had the muscle mass of a Rottweiler, but was very, very sleek in the face, like the Doberman. So he was like a good combination of both. As soon as my dad put his uniform on, it was business. But other than that, it was. I have pictures of me riding on his back and everything when I was a baby. So yeah, he was an absolute sweetheart. But yeah, sometimes my kitty cat gets the zoomies and she just runs. So I've got an apartment. So if she runs, she can run all the way from the bedroom all the way to the back of the living room in one line because I haven't put any doors in. And yeah, she does that. And there's a rug in the bedroom, and she will run and then slide on it. So it gets. She is so funny. Ah, is that the right one? No, that's the right one. Right, and there's another one here. Those are the markings for the sleeves. I hate sleeves. And I've got the grain line. Now I think. Oh, an elk hound. Oh wow. They're fluffy, aren't they? That's a good age already. Damn, I moved. Damn it. Right. Right, I've got it back on its spot. Okay. Fuck. Yes. These are the front. Fuck. damn it, that's the wrong one. I should have known. Yep. This is the one thing, and this is why she's a tricolor. She's not. She's mostly white, and she's got black and red. Yeah, that's 15 is still pretty good for a doggy. This is what I always fear, and the reason why I decided to go for. Yeah, the only problem is, like I said, most of my clothing is either black or colored, so her fur comes up. Right, that's one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure my mom chose her because she was pretty, not realizing how kitty she was. I used to have like I said, I had two cats when I was in England. A black one called Curtis and a black and white one called Nina. And Curtis, my black one, he was the most cuddliest, unafraid of strangers kitty cat you'll ever find. He absolutely loved everybody, and everybody loved him. And I often had friends say that they didn't want to get a cat in case it didn't end up like him. Because they were like, I would resent the animal if it wasn't like yours. I was like, how can you be like that? Every cat's different. But yeah, it took me a long time to get her to feel comfortable. And now she's smothering me for pets and stuff like that, but she didn't used to be like that. I think she spent like 3 months under the bed when I first got her. Got her home, I should say. Oh, damn, I'm the wrong one again. No, that's right. That's a arm scythe marking, so you go there. Oh, this is always so much work. I forgot how much work this was. Like, I put my sewing machine down. It's like, that's a bit optimistic at the moment. Alright. No worries. Thank you so much for hanging out. I will see you next time. Right. So, any other markings that I need to put on this side? Don't think so. There's a lot of marking for where they put the stripes, but they're not having those stripes. So, main line, lengthen, shorten line. Oh, there's the waistline marking. Okay. Oh, that's where the buttons are. Okay. I might check that on another time. There are some lines there. Okay. Can I put you back on? Right, so did it say waistline? Is there something about placement here? I'm not sure what that means, but I'll put the markings on. I think these are all buttons, but I can put them on later. Oh, there's something here. I think they're just other markings. Okay. I can put them on a different time. Okay. That's all the patterns. This is how long that takes to do. It's just... Right. Can I fold you back up? Is the question. Oh, nope, you're still on. No, you go that way. You go that way, and you fold that way. Now you fold this way? Yes. Okay. Right. That's all the ones we need for now. I'm not sure if this counts as ASMR, but you know. Yeah. Right. So now this is the time to cut them all out and transfer them. There we go. And then the paper. Well, my bin is almost full, so it's almost time for me to put all my paper back in the big paper bin so that the binman can take it. And I threw my pencil on the floor. Why not? Ah. I need to read as well if seam allowance is included and how big the seam allowance is that's included, if it's included. Because that makes a difference. There it is. And I'm pretty sure that this is not going to fit me once this mock-up is made, so I'll have to do some amendments. And we're going to change the back. The back it's got some sort of weird fluffy tail. Well, it's not a tail, but it's got one of those. It looks like a riding jacket, and I'm not making a riding jacket, so right. Oh, I didn't write down what this one was. God damn it, this is 14. Front. Okay. And this is, I didn't write this one down either. God damn it. 4. Oh, it is. There's 4 here. Yeah. All right. Oh, come in. Right, so the front of the jacket and the side of the jacket will probably not change much. But the side back and the back roll. Ooh, come on. There we go. Number 4. Oh yeah. Collar. Not sure yet if I'm going to keep this one or if I'm going to make another one. I want to keep those pieces because you never know, I might be able to use it for something else. Some of the smaller pieces if I do need them in the future. There you go. And we can also use it to tape together pieces if I need to make any changes. Definitely think this little point's not going to be there. Hey, Wolfie! Ah! We are working on this is the artillery witch that I'm working on. So we just traced all the patterns that I'm going to need. And then we can make a mock-up. We are going to have to make some changes to the back because I'm not going to do the flange. Let's call it a flange that it has, but we can redraw once we have it all together so we can have a good idea. Always takes the longest. Yeah, I'm pretty sure because this is one of the side pieces. So it's going to be about there. So it's going to have this long point, but I think this is here. I'm going to go like just down, but we'll see. We will see. I know. It's like I had to, I had a bit of a break from streaming, and I've only last year I really got back into doing it weekly, and now that I started the artillery witch, I will be doing it 2 weekly, because the artillery witch I do on Wednesdays, and then the Sisters of Battle I'll be doing on Saturdays. So that's in principle getting pretty good. So yeah, pretty sure I don't need any of this extension that I have on here, but put it together and then we can just cut it off. Come on. See if I could drop all those pieces on top of my cat and see if she plays with them, or if she's like, "The fuck are you doing, mother?" She'll look at me disgusted, going, that's just. Okay. Right. Oh. Right, excellent. Here we go. Right, okay. We have all those. We need that. To move that away. Right. Yeah, blacksmithing is really difficult. I mean, there's a couple of people that stream blacksmithing, but most of them do it for hobby, and there's only I think 1 or 2 that actually do it for business. But it takes time to build anything in that respect. I mean, COVID kind of I gave up at my little I made clothing, so I gave that up for a bit. So, right, so okay, I can use this. Oh, really, JR? Ugh. Yeah. I think it's hard in most places. That works. And then this one goes underneath. Okay. Oh, can I just grab another pencil? I've dropped my pencil on the floor. Don't want to get up. Right, so this is angled this way. Okay. Right, and I've got two here. Ah, good tip. Yeah, it's demos and stuff like. I know someone that. I mean, I wouldn't call it blacksmithing what he does. He does metal work in principle. So some of the things he makes, he has a large group of friends that he knows through roller derby, and he makes things like octopus, chandeliers and lights and stuff like that, and he makes like hair pieces, so he makes small things, and that's kind of what he, it's not a full-time job, but yeah, he still does some stuff with it. Is it one of those, where you can go and just have a day of experience, JR? Oh, I can't move my sewing machine any further. I think it's with everything. It just requires practice. Like my language teacher this morning asked me about like what am I planning on doing today, and I said sewing, and she's like, "Oh, seems so difficult." It's like only if you've not done it before. Like I've done it for so many years that yeah, for me it's normal. And there's a circle here. All the markings. Yes. Okay. You can go over there. Okay. Can I make sure? Yes. Okay. Ugh. Oh, and that's what number are you? 16. Okay. Okay. And there's a dot there. Let's think in a triangle here. Okay. I know this is a boring bit, but it needs to be done before I can sew. Okay, now move this up. All right. Okay. Right, trying to keep this. Yeah, you need your camera. All right, so and I have circle there, and then a line there, and a line here, and a circle there, and there was another something somewhere. Oh, here. Oh no, that's a grey line. Okay. Okay. And that one goes to that one. I have to make all the markers on the other side as well. Okay. I have to put all the markers on the other side as well, but we'll do that once we cut them out. Okay. It'll still be fun to learn something new. Does that mean we're going to miss you on Saturday, JR? You at the Ren Fair? Or the market? And do there. Ah, pendant is cool. I mean, I don't know if you could use a bottle opener. There we go. Number 4. And my fabric scissors on the other side. Ah, okay. Ah, been there, done that. Oh, shush. Right. Okay. Right, so what I'm using at the moment is unbleached cotton from IKEA. So yes, and I need to open this drawer because I need a pincushion. Okay, right. Pin there. Make sure that they stay together. And that one. Yeah. Oh shit. And this is 4 and that's 15. Ah, come on. Well, you should be back now. Yep. I need to earn the $1 that I get from ads. Can't turn ads off fully. Especially since I'm an affiliate. Right. Oh, 10 seconds. Oh, that's easy. That's not too bad. Some people get the full 3 minutes. Except for JR. He's a subscriber, so he doesn't get ads. This is 4, and I have to put all the markings on. Here.
Praise the Emperor!
And there's 2 lines here. That's all the markers, isn't it? That's them. So that's number 4 done. I think I have a stack here now. Yeah, I mean, I throw all my unedited streams on YouTube at the moment, and I do get people subscribing and commenting. I've got 61 subscribers on my YouTube. Of course, that's free, but on YouTube. But yeah, in general, I just throw my... I need to start making some more, like, edit my videos so that I have some shorter format, but right. See, JR knows all the commands. There we go. Yeah. Well, I mean, making costumes is the problem is people are not willing, or not easily willing, to pay for handmade stuff. They want to have handmade stuff, but for Chinese prices. Oh, that's cool. Oh, Psycho Sticks, you never fail to make me laugh. Right, and this is number 15, so I need to make all the markings on the opposite side. Yeah, Happens a lot with government these days. Oh shit, I didn't check whether there's any... Fuck. I might have to recut this. Give me a second. I think there's seam allowance always with butterick. Are included. 1.5 centimeter seam allowances are included. Okay. Thank fuck for that. Yeah, that is, especially in countries like ours, it's a bit of an issue. Right, so, and line here, line here, 3 lines there, right? I think. Well, they had a bit of an issue with their, they've got issues there as well. I know of things there that are problematic, especially within their government. So. Yeah. Yeah, there's some issues there as well. And there's been issues with the Polish elections as well, apparently. And this is 15. Alright, getting there. Yeah. Yoink. So, right, so we soon, just checking the time, we should be alright. I don't have work tomorrow, I can just not set an alarm, I'll be alright. Here we go. Yeah. It's difficult these days. Right, so I need. Do I have my. No, that's a piece of foam. I thought I had it. No, I don't have it. I can't find my sharpener. Right. So there's a dot here. Oh, that's right. And 2 markings here. 2 markings here. And that's the thingy line. There's a dot in the middle. And there is one here. And there's a circle here. All these circles, I have no idea what they're going to be until I go and sew them together. So 2 lines, 2 lines. Oh, there's another one. Did I miss that one? Two. Oh yeah, I did miss them. Okay. Right, all the markings, and that's number. What number are you? 16. Right. One more to cut. I won't cut the collar, it's not needed. Right, so. It's a good thing about good thing about the IKEA fabric. It's nice and cheap. Right, so you need to go straight there. And there's a circle here. No. There's a triangle here. Ah, come here. And a line here. The chances are that I will have to widen the shoulders because I seem to always need to do that because I have broad shoulders. Because, you know. Oh, I haven't. Oh, and you asked about the sisters. I haven't shown you something either. I've shown some. I will. Let me draw and cut this, and I'll have a look. And grab the other piece as well that you've not seen yet. Well, no, it's I've done some work on the chainsaw, so. Okay. Yeah, so I finished the construction of it. So it's a little bit further than I did. I didn't do it on stream because it would be a bit boring, and I really wanted to get on and do some sewing because tomorrow on my day off I have some clothes that need amending and I haven't done anything yet. Oh yeah, no, but they're sanded after I've carved them. Because otherwise it's gonna take fucking forever. Okay. That's the waistline. Oh yeah, I need to... No! EVA foam you can't cut with that. Doesn't work. Styrofoam you can cut with a hot wire cutter, but EVA foam is a bit difficult. Okay. Yeah, the black EVA foam. Black is EVA foam, yeah. Can be grey as well, but I usually use the black. Yeah, that's been a while because they've been done for ages. I can't show those. They'll have to be on Saturday because that's when I have them nearby. God damn it! I fucking moved this. And there is actually 2 cosplay shops in Czech Republic. So I know I didn't. In the end, I bought it from somebody else, but because I didn't have something I needed, and it's like it's no use. Okay, have I moved all other things? I think that's all the markings. Right. Move those to the inside. And now I need to okay. There's quite a few costumers on Etsy. Make sure I've got all the markings. Looks like it. Let's put some pins. Ah! Oh, you mean making it for somebody else, right? Right, okay, so and this is something I need to transfer. That's the way, isn't it? Oh, that's just perfect as well. Now, one of the things I need to make as a change is I need to make the front different. But I need to do the... So that means I have to probably close those. These are pleats, so to tighten it. As long as you downloaded it at the moment that you bought it, you'll be fine. But if you haven't downloaded, then it keeps it for a certain amount of time. Right. Oh. Good. Oh, we're slowly getting there. We could start making the first mock-up, because sewing it together shouldn't take that time. It's all this that takes forever. So people are like, oh, why are your clothes so expensive? The fucking time it takes me. I mean, most of the patterns that I used when selling the stuff that I did, I made myself. Of course, I based it on a base pattern like I do now, but... Ah! See, this is one of the things I still want. It's a 3D printer, but I want a 3D resin printer. Right, so, and now I have to put markings on the other side, of course, and this is, what number are you? 14. Okay, yeah, that's the front. So one of the things, the reasons I haven't bought a 3D resin printer yet is A, money, and B is I haven't got the space at the moment because from my business I still had a shit ton of fabrics. But last week, somebody bought almost all of my metallic and shiny lycra. So I have an empty shelf filled it already with other stuff. But yeah, it was like. But I need to reduce even more. I still have 2 shelves full of rolls of lycra, and I slowly need to get that organized. But it was good. It was literally like 9 different pieces of fabric. So there's 9 rolls gone. 9 rolls completely empty. I still have black shiny lycra, purple shiny lycra, and then I have plain lycra and a couple of printed lycras. But they are not on anywhere, so it's my own fault because they can't sell if they're not on the fucking website. So, but once I've got space, and then of course it's the question: do I have the money? Although resin prints aren't that expensive. I'll be able to look into getting the space, getting something to make sure that it's ventilated and all that, so it's near the window. But there's things that I would like to do. Go, stay in place. Well, if you hear an alarm in the background, that's my alarm to feed my gecko, because that means it's 10 o'clock in my time. But I want to still put this together, so we might continue for a little bit. It will stop. And don't worry, my gecko has food and water. Oh yeah. Yeah. Things always will get back on their feet. Just takes time. No. No. I'm trying to get rid of shit, not buy more shit. And although if I buy a resin printer, I'll probably get more shit. I still have things like one of the first Sony mini disc recorders, Nokia phones and shit like that. I'm still trying to put on. I've recently put on eBay my 2 massive Ultima games. So I've got Pagan Ultima 8 and Ultima Online. They're from the 90s. Right. See what I need to do first. Now I can turn them. Oh! Oh no, but I literally, I don't have space for any more shit. Where I'm streaming is my bedroom. And the reason I have a green screen is because I have behind this green screen the shelves with all the fabric, and then I have probably about 15 IKEA containers and like the 40 plus IKEA containers full of fabric, and I have an IKEA Kallax system here, a 4x8, a 4x4 and a 4x2. I just stack them on top of each other and just screwed plates together. I have a massive shelf here with half of the wigs I have, and half of them are in still in bags. And I have so much stuff that at the moment the main thing I am trying to do is just get rid of stuff. Yeah, I bought the mini disc when I knew I was going to go to Bosnia because CDs are a pain and they get scratched. So when that all started, it's like, oh, this is really cool new tech. Yeah, and then they never took off as much. So, really annoying. Right, let's see. Let's fuse A and a B. Okay, don't need that. Where is view? Don't need the French. Huh. Where does... That's the finishing. Well, yeah, but you're a photographer. And... I mean, I have a Mac for work. I remember when I got this job, I said on my Facebook, it's like, yay, I got a new job. Boo, I have to work with a Mac. At the moment, I just haven't got the space or the way to set it up here at all. Like, literally, until I can empty more of my fabrics, which is kind of what I'm planning on doing this summer, is literally trying to either sell the fabric or make something out of it. So, at the moment, I just don't have the space. I can't put it anywhere. My living room is full of stuff that is on eBay and the local Allegro. So, at the moment, I just can't do anything. So, where's the beginning of C? Am I blind? I don't even have... I can't put it on the floor because I've got a cat. Not my... Wouldn't work with a cat. I know, battery low. Right. Right. Why can I not find fuse C? Am I really that fucking blind? Okay, this is... Give me a second. That was annoying. Alright, okay. Come on, I just want to put the basics together and try it on so I know. This makes no sense. There's no fuse C. Am I missing a piece? That's fuse C. Oh, that's... I found the bit that says fuse C. It says do the same, but then with these numbers. Well, yeah, duh. God damn it. Right. I will let you know. But it's gonna be not until after the summer because once I get more of my shelving empty, I can start more putting some of the containers onto the shelving, and then I can start, you know, clearing some space because I want it in this room. I don't want it in my living room. I'm not going to do any of the pressings. I am literally just going to put these together quickly. So I'll try it out. Yeah, no, it will be, so this room, I have 2-bedroom apartments, so my bedroom is all the way on the other side. So but this is my craft room, and I have already so much shit in my living room that I'm trying to sell, that it's in crates and boxes and stuff like that. It's all the shit I took out of here. All my knitting yarn I gave to a friend, and that was like 3.5 kilos worth of yarn. So, right, yoink, come here. You need to go there, you need to go there, and ow. I've done it this way around, didn't I? Oh well. Pretty sure it's for this, it's a mock-up, it's fine. Whee! Yes, I know my batteries. It's gone over 3 hours. But about half an hour and then we'll stop. Yoink. There's quite a lot of VCBC that play War Thunder. Oh shit, I keep forgetting to show this. I will show it at the end before we go. Yeah, come on. Really? Don't tell me I've shown this. No, I didn't. Okay, good. Yeah, I've never played World of Warcraft. Yuck. Need my mini bin. I think it's one of those games I'm glad I never got into, to be honest. Wow, that actually worked. But, yeah. Right, and I need to do that on this side. Right, yeah. I can't play all kinds. But, yeah, mostly most. Multiplayer still. Come on. Damn it. Come on, line up lines. Pun not intended. Okay. Are they pretty much on the lines? Ah, wow. I'm not even doing it that accurately. Sound perfectly on the lines. Alright, just put those together. Okay. Darts, that's what they're called. I was thinking what they're called again. Well, your English is pretty good now. I mean, I think, like, there's a lot of people that I met through PlanetSide 2 that where English wasn't their first language. And all of them now speak pretty good English. Purely because, you know, kind of have to. See, that one's pretty much... No, I've made a mistake here. God damn it. Do I have my seam ripper in here? A lot of things in here. Careful putting it back. Oh, maybe it's in here. All the things, but not that. How am I going to do this? I should really put my glasses on, but... in there. No. Yeah, I mean... Aha, seam ripper. No, yeah, seam ripper. So, in the Netherlands, you start learning English, or at least when I was in school, you start learning English from the age of 8, and you learned it with. I learned it with Doctor Who. But in the Netherlands, even in the 80s and the 90s, movies were not dubbed; they were subtitles. If they were for 18, well, no, let me rephrase that. If they were for 16 plus, at least. So if the movie was 16 plus, age 16 up, it was subtitled. So it was, English movies, English programming. The only thing was ever dubbed was things like Sesame Street and, proper kids shows. So as a Dutch person, you kind of hear English all the time and read the subtitles. And I think that's why a lot of Dutch people speak the level of English that they do. And of course now with the internet, I think it's gone even better. But, there was no internet when I was younger. So I think when I moved to England, my English was pretty much Americanized. Because even though we had BBC 1 and 2, we didn't watch it as much as we watched American shows and American movies. So it was very Americanized. And after living there for 17 years, my accent has changed. I actually, I was on TV on Sky for a show called Blam, which was a show about gaming. And they did a whole interview at the iSeries. And I was one of the people interviewed because, guess what? Out of the 800 people there were 2 women gamers. There were more women, but they weren't gamers. So there were 2 gamers, and I was one of them. So I was interviewed as being that special, that rare species. And had long red hair at the time. Also died. I don't think I've been my own colours for 30 years at least. But yeah, I watched that again. It's on my personal YouTube channel somewhere, and it's so funny how different my accent is there. Yeah, exactly. There's but the same in Germany, Poland, many of these countries, France. Everything's dubbed. And it holds you back. I do think it holds the country back in learning English. I think the fact that it really helps being able to hear English and realise everything. So, right, let me get this corrected. Okay. Right. This is not what I wanted to happen because I just wanted to be quick. But problem when you're sometimes quick is you're not accurate. So. I think that's better. Then, of course, you've got countries like the UK where nobody speaks another language because they don't learn another language. Yep, that's better. Right. And now this one. Ah, yeah, night wish as in wishing. Yes. Yes, you're right. Ah. Right, so. Meow. That was a full ass interview. It was funny though, because they're asking me something and I said something, and then you can, while I'm talking, I'm realizing I'm saying something. I'm talking about slapping someone because, you know, you're face to face, and I realized halfway through saying that, I'm like, I shouldn't say this. So yeah. Right, back sections. What's the back section number again? 15. And this is why I numbered them. Right. So from there to there, and then from there to there. Okay. And it's 1.5 centimeters, and I've got my centimeter here somewhere. Gibberish, yeah. Pretty much. Most UK people are pretty good at that. 1.5 centimeters. Here we go. Up until that point, isn't it? Yep, and then that point from there. Okay, right. Oops, come here. So, because I've put that here, then that's the line. Okay, that's fine. Ah. Oh, I think that's too far. Static! Thank you for the luck. Yeah, well that's one of those, isn't it? That's not at fault. And then it's this flap. Yes. Again, I'm not going to use these flaps probably, but I'm going to sew them up so that if you hear my alarm in the background, yes, I know, but I just want to make this first mock-up. And then next week we can start making the changes. Yeah, so, I mean, of course, like I say, I speak Dutch, so I understand German. I'm learning Polish. And I understand a lot of French because I use a lot of French at work. Can't speak it, but I understand it. So yeah. Right, so stay stitching, we're not doing. There's lots of people that speak French. French people. Oh, yes. Inside back to the middle back. Okay. So that's the back. should stitch all this, but yeah. Yes, that's very much the French way. I need to officially iron all these seams, but not at the moment. At the moment we are going to. Right, I have. Oh, which way around do we need to be? Okay, so that's way. This you go this way. Oh, it helps if I take the pin out. And you go that way. Okay. That's an interesting. Oh, hang on. Am I doing it wrong? Yes, I'm doing it wrong. Why am I pinning on this side? I need to pin on this side. Oh, I've heard about that. Yeah. I used to be able to speak Italian, but yeah, when my grandpa died, I haven't done anything anymore since. So. This makes no sense. Oh, middle back. It's the wrong. That's why I didn't manage it. I need number 16. Where's number 16? Four. 15. Oh, here. 16. Hi, Billy. Right, so now, how do I put you in? You go to the outside, so is it this way around? Looks like it. So this needs to go there? I think so. And then I have two here. Yeah, middle back 16, so it did one. The music may have stopped. Let me check. No, it's still there. If you can't hear it, it's because my headset died. I can't hear any music now. What we're doing at the moment is we're making a mock-up for the Artillery Witch top. So you can only see the sleeves when it's all done. But I'm working on the and for some reason I seem to have missed a mark, unless I'm sewing the wrong fucking thing together. 2, 2. Two, 1. Damn it! Yeah, the artillery wedge. Yeah, so I'm making it a top instead of a dress, so a top and a skirt. So 416. Have I missed the mark? Two. I may have. 2 and 2. Huh. Yeah, so the image that you see there, that's the cosplay I'm working on. Oh, this is the, yeah, no, never mind. It's not a mark. It's, yeah. So it's going to be like a type of Victorian jacket type thing. But I need to make a mock-up, so make sure that it fits. And then I need to change because I need to change the bottom because I don't want to do it the way they want me to do it. So, and for some reason I have too much fabric here. The fuck? The fuck is going on? I hate sometimes these patterns. Yeah, so Trench Crusade is like a tabletop game. Pretty new. And I saw that image and I was like, I want. So yeah. So for some reason might need to clip, they said. Snip snips. Where's my snip snips? That's better. Okay. I am going to make the bomb. And you can't see, if you look up the artillery image on the internet and zoom in, it actually has a symbol on the bomb, and I'm going to make that glowing with LED lights. And what I'm hoping to do is to yes, this is the right one, is to get some smoke working on it as well, because I want to put a helium balloon inside so it actually floats. If I can't get it to float because it's too heavy, then I'm planning on using an acrylic rod. But to hide how I'm holding it up, the acrylic rod, or even with, it will be a fishing line if it's if the helium works. So I want to have some smoke come from. So when you're holding it up, I want to have underneath my jacket, I want to have like some piping to go up and have smoke come out. If you know Camus Cosplay, she has a little guide on how to make a smoke machine from a vape. and we'll be using glycerine, so no tobacco or anything in it. So yeah, that is the plan. Now, since we've got so many new people, let me show you what I've been working on with her helmet, headgear, or whatever it's called. Yes, alarm. I know. I know I need to go and feed my gecko, but we're gonna finish this, and then we're gonna go and feed the gecko. Come on. No, the plan is to make it out of EVA foam and have magnets hold two halves together, so I can actually so it's hollow on the inside. I can put the balloon inside and then just close it with magnets. Yeah, a mock-up is a test piece usually from unbleached cotton. At least it's from a fabric that's similar. So if I was making something out of lycra, I would use white lycra, because on white lycra you can then just make markings and drawings, and if you need to make any changes. So this is just literally like trying to see how it fits, because this is just a pattern and it's never fits right out of the thing. So let me switch to so if I switch to this screen, so you can see her a bit bigger as well. So I've made the headgear already. So this is the helmet. It's massive and I keep knocking into things with it. Now, the way I made it is slightly different than most people do it. So I have a faceplate that's got magnets over there. And bottom opens up as well, also magnets. And this is why JR gifted sub to someone called Rita Repulsa. I'll be wearing something to cover my hair. So I hit the shelf again. So this is kind of the start, and then so that if I really need to take an escalator or anything like that, I can literally take the face mask off so I can actually watch. And then the mask goes on. It's got all magnets all the way around. And then I can take it off. Yeah, exactly. I don't know. We're going to test it. I need something that's sturdy enough that it can be traveling. It needs to be able to travel. So that's kind of why I make everything out of EVA foam. But yeah, this is kind of what I've been doing. So this is, and this, don't forget, this is going to be completely covered with filigree. So you're not going to see the eyes, you're not going to see... So it's going to be completely covered, and all the edges here are going to be like continuous. So but that's kind of what that's the helmet that I've been working on. Ooh. It's so satisfying as well to clean with clunk. I will have to have a look, but yeah, because otherwise I can't get it over my hair's all over the place. Because otherwise I can't get it over my head. Because I want it to be close to the face. Because the way her helmet is, it goes all the way around. Is it perfectly in a point? No, but that's almost impossible to get. But with paint and shading, I will get it to look that way. So, but that's what I've already done on this build. That we have done the helmet. Now I'm gonna work on her shirt, skirt, and the big ruffle, and then we're gonna build the chest armor as well. Can't do the chest armor until I have the top underneath it done. So right, let's get this quickly. It's done as well. Oh, come on. Come on, centimetre and a half is quite a lot of the seam allowance. But that means I can always take it in, take it out. There will be holes, like I said, I've got eye holes, there will be small holes all the way through the mask. Because the filigree will hide it. Ow. Stabbed myself. Okay. This is where the finicky thing goes. Ah, see, I won't be moving much. Well, I'll be moving, but like walking. Oh, did I do it the wrong way around again? Yeah, yes I did. Fuck. I really I need to stop. I need to continue next week because I am making mistakes, and that will only happen when I am tired. So I'm trying to rest next week because I am getting too tired. That's not good, and not a good look. Right, okie. Right, let's go and see. So I am stopping the music for a second. Oh, the chainsaw. Yes. So this is what I've been working on. It's only in primer. It's not got any color on yet. So you've got the end all the way down. And it looks weird because my green screen. And over there is the front. And that's the top. See, because the other side, I'm still working on that side.
Praise the Emperor!
So the thing is, and I can't show it now because I don't have the soundboard in here. There's two buttons here. You can probably hear them. There's one there and one there. In here, I can slide this out and there will be a soundboard in here. There's already one speaker in there. The other speaker still needs to be going in. And it will have the chainsaw sound. If you go on my channel, there's a highlight, a clip that JR took of the sound that will be going in. So there's one sound. If I hold that button, it will be so the standard sound. Yes, they're all together now, and you know, they're completely working. And the other sound is a cutting sound. I only have to press that once, and then it goes. So you can cut it through. And you talked. Oh, the teeth are behind the green screen on my shelf. So can't get to that. But the teeth are done. I just have to put them in still. But I wanted to paint the primer first. And then to put all the rest of the colours in, because the teeth are fully painted. So I just have to then put them in. But yeah, the top looks pretty good now. That's been a lot of sanding and filling and sanding and finding. No, there's no smoke machine in this one. No. I've decided that for the weapons, so if I'm going to do the bolter, it's going to have sound and light, but no smoke. There's only going to be smoke in the in my artillery witch cosplay. But yeah, that's... So like I said, that side still needs to be done. So you can see all the white, that's the filling. I need to still sand it a little bit. And then I can paint the first layer. So this will be silver, this will be red, this will be silver, this will be dark red, the handle. So, but yeah, pretty proud of that. That's been months of work. Yeah, precisely. So now, if Going Ape is still, if Becky from Going Ape Costumes is still ongoing, then let's have a raid on her. This one, and then this one. Yeah, I've made them out of foam clay, so I literally... Oh, there you go. Yeah, I found the clip. Right. Blaze Going Ape. Still be streaming. Because normally she still streams at this time. Yeah, she is. Right. Cool. Hopefully she's not going to stop yet. Nope, she's still waiting. Okay. So, we're going to raid. Thank you, JR. You too. So, we're going to raid Becky from Going Ape Costumes. And she is also a cosplayer. She makes a lot of OC cosplays or combinations of cosplays. She's been a winner in cosplay contest. And she's absolutely lovely. And one of the reasons why I made the faceplate for my helmet. So she's the one that we talked about. We're brainstorming how to do it. And she's like, why not make a plate? I'm like, well, that's why the helmet is the way the helmet is. So I am going to go and raid her. She's working on a OC, so an original character. And she's lovely. And... is really supportive as well to the cosplay community. So, so Saturday I'll be back at 7 p.m. No, sorry, 4 p.m. I start on 7. 4 p.m. on Saturday, 4 p.m. European time. I will be streaming my Sisters of Battle, and we're starting on the gloves. We have to, JR. I have to start on the gloves. So, I will see you all then, or not. Then I'll see you next Wednesday. And thank you very much, and as always, be safe.